Moving on to sort of about bad guys and getting their own films.
Yes.
Joaquin Phoenix is apparently being cast to play the Joker in Todd Phillips' DC Joker movie.
Right.
I think Joaquin Phoenix is not a bad choice.
Honestly, everything about this film makes me more excited for it. First of all, not part of the DCEU.
Yeah.
Second, I think produced by Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty cool. Like, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah. However, the only thing that concerns me about it is if it follows a similar trend to Venom, and that is that Batman's not a part of it. Because I think, Batman obviously...
In this case, it could work, because the thing is, Venom's origin is entirely dependent on...
That's true, yeah.
You need to tell the origin of Venom, because some people, first of all, don't want to watch Spider-Man 3, which, good reason.
Yeah.
And second, a lot of people don't actually know Venom, because for comic lovers, he's like a high-ranking villain. Yeah. But for everyone else, he isn't.
Yeah.
While Joker, you just have to name his name, and everyone already has his image in their mind.
Yeah, that's true.
His origin is connected to Batman or not.
Yeah.
But he can have a story on his own.
Yeah, actually that's a fair point. Yeah, I think with Joker, I think just the thing is, I'll be interested to see who they cast as, I guess, his antagonist, whether it will be the GCPD or whether it will be another Gotham City
like an
underground villain, like the Penguin or Riddler or Two-Face or
Bane,
Black Mask.
Maybe.
Bane, maybe, yeah. I think for me, if it were to be any one, my three choices would be, in terms of villains, it'd either be Bane,
Penguin,
Riddler, or... it'd either be Bane, Riddler, and then a cross between one of these two, it'd either be Black Mask or Two-Face. Because I think it's either another gang leader, someone who can hire his own mercenaries like Bane, or the Riddler who's very smart and not just as crazy, but he is kind of crazy.
I think if they do the Riddler, they could do something really interesting with it.
Yeah. It's a real game of who's the most fucked up.
Yeah,
which
War of Joker
Joker will easily win that war.
I mean, the reason why I think Riddler is because obviously he's been played by Jim Carrey before, but other than that, there isn't really a version of Riddler out there, and he's like a really forgotten
We've had
villain.
We've had two Two-Faces, and we've had two Banes. To be fair,
one Penguin, I think.
One Penguin.
No Black Mask.
No Black Mask. One Riddler.
Then again, Black Mask is maybe a good idea to go with if
because Black Mask is fairly unique as well, because he's not crazy.
Do you know what would be interesting though? If they introduced the Red Hood storyline. Jason Todd
I had been wondering if maybe one of the antagonists could be one of the Robins or Nightwing or something like that.
I think Red Hood would be interesting because it would be cool to see him on the big screen, and he has a personal history with Joker. So people could
I think the thing is though for me with Red Hood, while I'd be interested to see it, I want Red Hood's first appearances to be on the big screen as either him as his origin fighting Batman, or him getting his own standalone movie as a good guy. That would be, or not the good guy, but an anti-hero. But I think that's the thing. Maybe. I think that's the thing with Red Hood, which I wouldn't complain, but it would be one of those things where I think I just would rather have seen him done differently.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think that's the only thing. Maybe someone like Batwoman, who's kind of like Red Hood, because she uses guns and she's very extreme in her methods. But either way, I think we're gonna see a very interesting kind of film.
Definitely.
With the Joker movie, and I think it's going to be very hard to see how it goes, because it's just so out of left field, and it seems like such a great idea.
I mean, that's the thing, you say it's very out of left field, but at the same time, everyone could have seen this coming, because it's pretty much the right thing to do.
Yeah.
If there is a villain, anyone at all, who deserves their own film, it's the Joker.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
And mostly because there's so many things you can do with it, he can be anyone's antagonist.
Yeah.
Literally anyone's. And that's what's so great about him as a character.
And I think, obviously we've just mentioned it, but I think Joaquin Phoenix, because it just says here, is in talks for the role. He hasn't confirmed, but I think he's the perfect choice to carry on after Heath Ledger. Because Jared Leto... Nah. But Joaquin Phoenix could reach that level. I think he's good enough of an actor to do it.
Yeah.
But,
what else is new?
What else? Let's take a look at other news. There was a new Matrix movie apparently in the works. I have no idea how I feel about this. I think
Is it still the Wachowskis though?
Matrix.
Because if it is, we may have a
writer Zach Penn to create a treatment for it. So it seems like they only.
What did he do again?
Zach Penn. Look him up. Yeah, look him up.
Yeah.
And
as you can see, we don't have any background research people, so we have to do it ourselves.
Okay, so currently the Wachowski sisters, not brothers anymore,
yeah,
are not currently involved in any way, nor is Keanu Reeves.
Oh, right. So Zach Penn did The Avengers, The Incredible Hulk, X-Men Last Stand, X2, Elektra. The more the list goes on, the more worrying it gets.
Yeah, how do you go from
Avengers to X-Men Last Stand to Elektra?
It's like, good,
What else? Oh, Last Action Hero he did.
Okay.
Man in Black. What else? Pacific Rim, the new one.
Okay.
He co-wrote with Ernest Cline on Ready Player One.
Okay, so
And,
he's gotten better actually.
He's gotten over the years he's gotten better, but obviously the list was written as in
his most
getting worse.
Yeah, most popular.
Repeatedly.
Anyway, so here's another interesting news. Actually, no, just before we jump into it, what do you think of the idea of another Matrix movie? I don't think I'm behind it.
The thing is, I don't
think it's necessary.
The thing with okay, I will admit the film has aged a bit. The technology behind it, the effects are a bit off. But the thing is, it's such a classic film, and there's films that, I mean, especially because it's about 20 years old. It's not ready yet for a reboot. I feel like people are so ready to jump the reboot trigger.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think it shouldn't be until maybe another 25 years until after the last one, that is, not the first one.
Yeah.
Then they should consider it. And the thing is, if they're going to do it again, it should be not as big in terms of scale, this is the end of humanity. It should be more simplistic stories about a crew.
Maybe
on one
a prequel.
Of those or a prequel, yeah.
Maybe jump 100 years back, see when the machines took over.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's the thing. It shouldn't be about Neo or the Chosen One or anything like that. It should be about the agents being these villains and
in the first film, right? They're basically saying that there was a hero that basically released a group of rebels, of which Morpheus was one of them. And then when he was about to die, he said, "Find the Chosen One." Basically that kind of thing. Maybe it could be that kind of thing.
Yeah, it could be that kind of thing. Yeah,
maybe something about that original hero. But at the same time, I'm talking about kind of almost excited, but still, I feel like they don't have to do it. We already have 3 Matrix films, of which one is good. And let's be honest, that's also the only one Wachowski film that is actually good.
Yeah, the Wachowskis are not that.
In that sense, I don't think we need any more.
No, I don't think we need another one. To be fair, I think it's good as is.
Oh shit! He's also doing the Suicide Squad sequel. That's pretty.
We'll see how that goes. Maybe he'll make it good. But anyway, moving on. Next, I've just noticed this because I completely forgot this is happening. James Cameron is returning to Terminator because he's sick and tired of it. He's producing it. I don't think he's directing. I think he's producing it. Arnold Schwarzenegger is returning. So is Linda Hamilton, who I think played Sarah Connor in the first few films.
Nice. Because he's tired of.
He's tired of people fucking it up, essentially. Which. Fuck yeah, 100% right. I didn't mind Terminator Genesis actually. I didn't mind it.
I liked it a lot.
I preferred it to the third and Terminator Salvation. Those two.
The third was okay. Salvation was terrible.
Yeah.
Terminator in every fucking way.
Yeah.
I mean, a cyborg half Terminator, half man hybrid. Fuck off.
Nah.
He has a heart. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Kill him. Kill him dead.
Yeah.
But Genesis was, first of all, it was cool because
it felt more like Terminator. That's the thing as well.
When I went to see it, I had very low expectations because of 3 and Salvation. And when I watched it, I was like, holy shit, they're doing a lot of time travel crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the whole thing about John Connor being evil, that was weird. That was really weird. But really weird. But obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That was cool.
Who can say no to that?
That was fucking awesome. I have been waiting for you.
Not just that. Old Schwarzenegger fighting young Schwarzenegger. I was genuinely impressed with the whole thing.
And Emilia Clarke actually played, in my opinion, a pretty decent Sarah Connor.
She was really good.
She was pretty good in it as well. The other guy, who I think Jai Courtney was it or no, whatever his name was, who played.
Kyle Reese.
Kyle Reese, yeah. Whoever played. No, I was thinking the actor.
Courtney because at some point he wasn't pretty much fucking everything.
Yeah, he wasn't that great in it, but everything else. But I think
he was alright. The thing is, he's just. he's the kind of punchable face,
Yeah, that's true.
Like I often of like when he's in something, I generally tend to just dislike the film or just him. Suicide Squad, Die Hard 5. He was in Jack Reacher. He's in fucking everything at some point.
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm not happy that they're doing another Terminator film. I don't think they need to do another one.
No, I think they're.
But if they are, I'm glad James Cameron's coming back to it.
The thing as well is I feel like, you know how like I think Bruce Willis as well when he was talking about Die Hard.
Yeah.
He said we're probably gonna do one more and then I'm out because I'm getting too old.
Yeah.
I feel like Arnold should probably start doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Not because he is actually old, but because the franchise is getting old.
Yeah. Oddly enough, on similar news, Sylvester Stallone is leaving Expendables 4.
But he made it.
Yeah, I know.
He's literally the creator of the film franchise.
I know. What the fuck? It's so... Wait, let's see. Okay, let me
That's not right, though.
Depending on how you feel about them... Of course, apparently he and his producer New or whatever, disagreeing on some key issues, including a director, elements of the script, and even where to source the CG effects.
Fire the producer.
Yeah. Unless the producer has some ironclad contract. I don't think even then. Yeah. To be honest, I don't think I want another Expendables film. Mainly because I
didn't like the third one.
I liked the third one, but I think the third one was good to end on. Because it sort of ended with like them going, oh, we're retiring and these are the next kids who are taking over after us. And they never appear in anything else afterwards.
Oh yeah, no, those actors are done.
Yeah, probably because one of them who played the woman shat on all the female superheroes and then Wonder Woman came out a few years later and she was probably fucking humiliated by that.
Yeah, I bet so.
Fucking retarded.
Because, I mean, let's be honest. Female-led superheroes before Wonder Woman were not that good.
Nah.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, there were only two, really. There was Elektra and there was Catwoman. They were not very good. Yeah, I mean that. I mean now they're getting better because people start understanding that
Yeah.
You can write for women. It's not that hard, especially if you are a woman, which makes it a little bit better. But yeah.
Another interesting news here, apparently. David Cope, the director, isn't he? I'm trying to think of what else. David Coop.
Oh, hang on. I'll look him up.
Koepp. That's how you spell his last name. Koepp.
Right. Yes, the director of Indiana Jones, the last one.
5, yeah. He's going to be directing Indiana Jones 5, apparently.
And the Mission Impossible guy. Oh, he's going to do the 5th one.
Yeah, he's doing the 5th one.
Nice. And Harrison Ford is still on that as well.
Apparently, yeah. And apparently Shia LaBeouf is not returning in it,
which is good.
My box is right.
Boxes are ticked.
Yeah. Fair. I think the third Indiana Jones film was good enough. They did not need a fourth one.
I mean, that was the best one, really.
And they do not need a 5th one. So
they don't need it, but at the same time, this is like one of those sequels that I'm not really against.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but it's one of those things where it's like, no. What else? Apparently Ryan Reynolds was not keen on Justice League. I just want to click on this and see what it here.
Right. I mean, while you read through it, I may as well say it's not very surprising because if you are in a film that they say, oh, it's going to launch like a universe, and then they don't do it until like the next film they make, then yeah, I wouldn't be keen on it either. Also because his production on Green Lantern didn't go so well, as we know.
I think that's basically it. Is that he wasn't keen on it mainly because I have not. It just seems like it might have just been something here that like this article's posted on just to get clicks. Wait, what's worse? The Green Lantern himself, Ryan Reynolds, has arrived. At this point, I have very little interest in joining that kind of world. Okay, so he's just not interested in rejoining, which I think.
Fair enough.
It was just a question someone asked him. I don't think Warner Brothers wanted him to come back as well. I think that's...
No, but like I think
Yeah.
the biggest point about it as well is like I think after Green Lantern, he went on to do Deadpool, obviously.
Yeah.
And like with Deadpool, he said, "I've had such bad experience like playing superheroes. Like if at some point Deadpool ends and like there's no more Deadpool and he doesn't play Deadpool anymore, he does not want to do superhero films anymore because he's just kind of done with them." Which I think on his end fair enough because he's had some really, let's be honest, very unfortunate films to work on.
Yeah.
Like Blade Trinity, he apparently enjoyed working on, but then there was Green Lantern, and there was X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
In which they represent the character that he ended up loving in a very horrible way, and they said either you play him or you don't play him.
Yeah.
You know, there's not much he could do there. So, I totally get that.
Yeah. I think that's sort of mostly it from all the interesting news that I could find to do with films. I mean, obviously there's more, but those are the ones that I think were worth mentioning at the moment. We'll obviously bring up more later on.
Alright.